R34 artists. What is the weird? Op is just shopping for an R34 artist. Can you draw women with their bare feet stuck to the floor with glue? That was my first commission, and I still look back on it like, why did I agree? 3D animator. Weirdest was actually very recently. Someone wanted to commission an animation of that Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil sitting on, and I kid you not, Pikachu's face while farting. Still not sure if I will take the commission or not. The man commissioned an image series where a little boy knocks out a squad of female zombies in nurses' uniforms and molests them. Yeah. Edit. Okay, for all those asking for a link. I will only show the first image as a preview. I don't want to get banned or have the FBI visiting anytime soon. https drive google.com/file/d/1sqmktj6kick ogq9ebll2r9r8 futal/view usp equals sharing. Two things. Used to do video work for this sort of thing. I got so many weird ass requests. I used to keep a file of them. Long descriptions of women swallowing people like a python was one. Another being having someone slowly turn into a item of sentient clothing, usually a bra, panties or shoe. Semicolon. Second thing from a different source, I have a 3D scanner. Someone with an Arabic email was asking me if I could combine scans and do a 3D printed life size. I can in fact do this. He then tells me wants the breasts of Lean Crow on the body of Piper Perry. And that everything should be as they are now. No rescaling. Pretty sure her spine would just snap. I couldn't tell if they were trolling or they actually expected me to be able to book them for this. For me, it's a tie between A. An anthropomorphic cat conceiving a child with his comatose stepdaughter, or B. A teenager on Tumblr asked if I'd draw their rock being breastfed by an old man. Needless to say, I turned down both commissions. I used to draw R34, but I stopped after a while because it was too much for me, but I got requested by the same guy if I could draw 1. Bee sounding, 2. Maggot sounding, and 3. Spider sounding. And after that I quit. Not related, but the topic makes me think of a guy I met while taking a college sculpture class. I was killing time and taking hours to keep my student loans in deferment while waiting to transfer schools. He was in the class to work more on his three-dimensional form. He mentions that he is an illustrator and brings in some notebooks one day. All of them were filled with big melon to Ted, bubble butt girls and various levels of NSFW type poses. It was good technique, but all I could think was, what is he going to do with this skill? After reading this post, I'm sure he's doing okay. Peppa Pig getting railed. First person view down onto her. Not an artist, but an author. A few years ago I took commissions for macrophilia stories. Basically stories where someone becomes a literal giant or is shrunken down, and one day I received a message from this incredibly excited gentleman practically begging me to write a story for him about two of his personal viral friends. This in itself was already creepy and a massive red flag. But what made my skin crawl when the guy sent me actual photos of these people and himself, complete with descriptions about them, what they do, and their names, and the story. He wanted one of them to be a witch who was jealous of his love life and would shrink him down so small that the smell of her feet would make him pass out. Then she would put him in the shoes of the other friend and use her magic to trap him in there so he could suffer in the excruciating smell of his best friend's feet. I'm ashamed to admit I did write it. And it was the last commission I ever wrote for a reason. Not really an artist, but I occasionally write porn captions and used to do commissions whenever I needed some extra beer money. Since I used to market myself as being open to all fetishes, I've written a lot of weird stuff. But the weird, I had to draw a Charizard. But, to quote a song, she was riding and started farting. A friend of mine was doing furry requests to get out into the scene, and two different people asked him to draw their characters masturbating in quicksand. Edit. For anyone asking how it works, they're usually up to their thighs in the quicksand. Also thank you for all the likes. I used to make videos for PH before the great video purge a while ago. But the amount of requests that come in for gore and death are too damn high. I use the H-game Koikatsu to make mostly popular anime and video game characters and make saucy scenes for the good community of PH. Most of my content was pretty vanilla. Regular sexy times just insert favorite character. But every week I'd get requests for some people's favorite characters. Boo it, they want them harmed or worse. And I'd never respond to those requests lol. My account was Cinderfalks on PH. But since the purge on that site wiped out half my videos and PH never responded to my claims, I haven't made any videos since. Keep telling myself to try a different platform, but haven't tried yet. And another annoyance that I got in every video is people asking what game engine I used. I put the game engine in the bloody title of every one of my videos XD lol. I'm not an artist. But there's this story that some really weird guy on DeviantArt pays thousands of dollars to commission art of various characters buying Wonder Bread. Nothing overtly sexual. No weird fetish stuff. Just walking through a bread aisle and buying Wonder Bread. Nobody knows if he has a Wonder Bread fetish or if it's some kind of elaborate joke. All we know is that he pays thousands of dollars for these Wonder Bread images. Edit. It's even weirder than I remembered. Apparently he only commissions white, rich, blonde characters buying entire shopping carts full of Wonder Bread. On occasion he'll also commission a white, rich, blonde character cutting down an entire forest. He doesn't respond to DMs. So don't bother trying to ask him. My GF makes anime plushies like Pokemon for a living by hand, and someone literally asked her to do a Pikachu with a huge penis and a Trico with a hole instead of a tail, and I was as confused as someone can be. She politely turned the request down. He-Man getting plowed by Skeletor, but it took place in Gerudo Valley. I'm friendly with a couple artist and I know they've been contacted by the Wonder Bread guy. For those unaware, there's a infamous commissioner who gets pictures of girls buying whole shopping carts full of bread. It's harmless, just kinda bizarre. So when I was in college myself, and a friend had some ongoing Les Miserables fanfiction collaboration stories going on AO3. Nothing sexy posted at all. Welp. I get a PM. My friend did not. I don't know why I specifically got the message asking to commission a Les Mis writing piece. And at first I consider it until the person starts describing what they want and how they'd like at least 3,000 words of Javet being fucked with a bayonet. They offered me $20 US. I said no. Edit. Geez. Never expected one of my most upvoted Reddit comments to be about Javet gore porn I didn't write. At first I couldn't think of anything to share here. But reading through some of the stories told here, I was reminded of one instance. I'm a hentai artist. I mostly get commissions for future and monster girl stuff, which is the sort of thing I like drawing. But one time someone asked me if I could draw a gender bent Robert E. Lee. I declined.